Hey friends, this is Jassmine Parks. I'm a teaching artist with Inside Out Literary Arts Project in Detroit. I'm very excited to be doing a reading of a poem. It's based in Black Power and history with a great activist that you guys should be familiar with if you haven't learned of already, named Marcus Garvey. The name of the author is Marilyn Nelson, and the title of the poem is Marcus Garvey Sits for a Bust. As I read this poem, I will be changing my accent to the best I can to a Jamaican one, so please bear with me as the author has a conversation with Marcus Garvey throughout this poem. The United Negro Improvement Association, he says, his little bloodshot eyes looking out of the dark shadows of his overhanging black brow, his eyebrows quizzical, halfway to a smile, and over them an uncreased expanse of dark brown brain cover, broad enough to maybe mean genius. He talks and talks, a baritone that somehow lilts. The Jamaican vowels of soothing music talks and talks. How we are Africans, wherever we landed in a genocidal kidnap, we belong to each other as siblings. All of Africa, all Africans together as one nation. We will return. We shall return. The motherland awaits for us. She is calling to us in the drum beats of our hearts. He says, don't you hear it sometimes? I have to say yes. I sure do sometimes. Remembering how sometimes I have smiled at insult and injustice. I've told the "Yes, sir, Mr. Charlie" line. Don't forget, a whole continent hopes we will return with what we've learned, what we have become, even our language, our words, even our images, even our art, he says. It's more theirs than ours. Light falls from the window through the antique lace curtains onto a mahogany table set with his collection of antique porcelain. His cheeks are silk fleek, his thick lips talking, the necessity of self-emancipation. Only we can free our minds. Think about going home. Feeling our ancestors welcoming you from the very soul, our smooth gray layers onto the wireframe. Watching his face, watching my fingers. He gives off black light. Impossible to capture in my medium. Genius, yes. And authority, confidence. And there's some madness in there. I stroke the curves, the heavy jaw, the thick, soft lips. Speaking hymns of affirmations. Something deep inside me makes a little ding, like a tiny chime. My black pride has awakened. My cramped and crooked inner light, it creaks straight. Those little eyes, that grand ambition. I cover the bust with a damp cloth. Same time tomorrow. Thank you guys for listening.